10.7, number 23. So partial fraction decomposition. So the first matter of business is to factor this part. What multiplies to be 24 and adds up to be negative 10. Looks like that's going to be 6 times 4, negative, negative. It does not quick factor, so be careful not to do that on accident. It has to long factor, so we would drop and break. So we drop down 8x squared plus 3. We break down our middle term as minus 6x minus 4x. Parentheses in both terms. We know how to do this, so I probably don't need to really say anything more. Pull out a 2x. Left is 4x minus 3. Pull out a negative 1. Left is 4x minus 3. Okay, so we're looking at x over 2x minus 1, 4x minus 3. That's equal to our fraction decomposition. So because there's two linear factors and they're distinct, meaning they don't have multiplicity other than 1, we just do the really easy process. We do a over 2x minus 1 plus b over 4x minus 3. Then from there, we get a common denominator, right? So we're going to times the top and bottom by, right here, 4x minus 3. This one we're going to times by 2x minus 1. Okay, so now from here, we would now just focus on the numerator. We want to know x equals distribute. That would be 4ax minus 3a. Positive b, so plus 2bx minus b. Then remember you put like terms by each other. So that's 4ax plus 2bx minus 3a minus b. We want that to equal, I'm going to rewrite this on this side. I just like it on this side. So that's the same thing as 1x plus 0, basically, right? So in this term right here, we're going to factor out x. Left is 4a plus 2b. This is our constant, so we'll just leave that. So look, match these up. We know that this is what's in front of x in both cases. So our true statement is 4a plus 2b should equal 1. Because look, what's in front of x? 1. This is in front of x. It's behind x, but remember, in front, behind, same thing. And your constant equals 0. So our second true statement is negative 3a minus b equals 0. So now we'll use elimination. I'm going to go ahead and just eliminate b. So I'm going to times this top equation by 2. The bottom equation by 2. Sorry, my bad. So then we would still have 4a plus 2b equals 1. Now on bottom we have minus 6a minus 2b equals 0. When we add straight down, that's negative 2a equals 1. So a equals negative 1/2. All right, awesome. So if a equals negative 1/2, that's 4 times negative 1/2 plus 2b equals 1. I'm going to plug it in right here into this one. It doesn't matter though. We know which one you plug it into. So we know that's negative 2 plus 2b equals 1. Add 2. 2b equals 3. Divide by 2. So b equals 3/2. Now when we go to put this in the answer, we know that it would have been a, which is negative 1/2, divided by 2x minus 1, then plus b, which we just figured out was 3/2 over 4x minus 3, but they're not going to write it like that. Let me just make sure you can still see everything I'm writing. Yeah, you can. My thing got knocked a little bit. Okay. So now from here, they're going to write it a little bit better. So think about it. We're dividing fractions. It's easy as pie. Flip the second fraction and multiply. So they're going to write this as, if we flip this and multiply, that would be 1 over 2x minus 1. And then if we flip and multiply, that would be 1 over 4x minus 3. So they're most likely going to write this as such. They're going to write negative 1 over 2 times 2x minus 1 plus 3 over 2 times 4x minus 3. That's just my guess. On the test, I would probably accept this answer without flipping and multiplying, most likely. And if you didn't, and I needed to have you write it like this, you'd only be docked a point because you got A and B right. You got A and B right, so that's how you do that one.